The air hung heavy with the scent of jasmine and damp earth. Gachibowli, a tranquil haven on the outskirts of Hyderabad, was a tapestry woven with emerald green and sapphire blue. Ancient banyan trees, their roots like gnarled fingers clutching the earth, stood sentinel over a symphony of life. Deer grazed peacefully in sun-dappled clearings. Peacocks strutted, their iridescent feathers a dazzling spectacle. The whispers of the wind carried the laughter of children playing by the cool waters of the lake. But a shadow loomed over this idyllic landscape. A plan was hatched, fueled by the relentless march of progress. 400 acres of this precious forest, a sanctuary for countless creatures and a vital lung for the city, were marked for sacrifice. In their place would rise a monument to modernity, a sprawling IT park, its glass and steel towers piercing the sky. The air, once alive with birdsong, grew thick with the dust of construction. The once tranquil air vibrated with the ominous drone of machinery. The trees, their silent wisdom echoing through the ages, seemed to tremble in fear. The animals, their eyes wide with apprehension, fled deeper into the shrinking forest. The whispers of the wind carried a new sound, a mournful lament for a paradise lost. Gachibowli, once a vibrant tapestry of life, was being torn apart thread by thread. The heart of Gachibowli beat strongest in its people. They had always lived in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the forest. They knew that to destroy the forest was to destroy themselves. And so, they rose up in defiance. Students, their faces etched with determination, boycotted their classes. They marched on the streets, their voices ringing out in protest. They understood that the future they were fighting for was not just theirs, but one they shared with the generations to come. Environmentalists, armed with facts and figures, spoke out against the ecological disaster unfolding before their eyes. They painted a grim picture of a future choked by pollution, where the air was heavy with smog, and the once abundant wildlife was just a distant memory. They argued that true progress lay not in concrete and steel, but in preserving the irreplaceable treasures of the natural world. Celebrities, their voices amplified by the media, lent their support to the growing movement. They used their platforms to raise awareness about the plight of Gachibowli, urging their followers to join the fight to save this precious ecosystem. The world watched as a small community in India stood up to protect their environment, their courage inspiring others to do the same. The fight for Gachibowli was not just a local issue, it was a battle for the soul of the planet. The cries of the people of Gachibowli did not go unheard. The powers that be, faced with mounting pressure from all corners of society, were forced to reconsider their plans. The clamor for sustainable development, for a future where progress and environmental consciousness went hand in hand, could no longer be ignored. And so, a new vision for Gachibowli began to take shape. The government, in a surprising turn of events, announced a revised plan, a sprawling eco-park, a testament to the delicate balance between man and nature. 2,000 acres of land, encompassing the threatened forest and beyond, would be transformed into a green oasis, a place where people could reconnect with nature, where the air was clean and the sounds of the city faded into the background. This eco-park, they promised, would be more than just a park. It would be a sanctuary for biodiversity, a haven for endangered species, and a living laboratory for environmental education. The University of Hyderabad, a beacon of knowledge and a vital part of the Gachibowli landscape, would be relocated to a new state-of-the-art campus within the eco-park. This, they envisioned, would be a model for the world, a shining example of how development and conservation could go hand in hand. The story of Gachibowli is a powerful reminder that we are not masters of the natural world, but rather, we are a part of it. It is a story that has played out countless times throughout history, a tale as old as time itself, the relentless march of progress threatening to consume the very resources that sustain us. But it is also a story of hope, of the power of collective action, and of the resilience of the human spirit. The fight to save Gachibowli is far from over. The future of this precious ecosystem, like so many others around the world, hangs in the balance. It is up to us, the inheritors of this planet, to heed the lessons learned from this struggle. We must demand accountability from our leaders, urging them to prioritize environmental protection over short-term economic gain. We must all strive to live more sustainably, reducing our carbon footprint and embracing eco-friendly practices. And we must never stop fighting for the preservation of our planet's natural wonders, for they are not just beautiful landscapes, but the very lifeblood of our existence. The future of Gachibowli, and indeed, the future of our